Casio's back, and so am I. Well, hello everyone, welcome to Running Otaku. I am the Running Otaku, and yes, it's been quite a while since my last video. I'll explain in another episode, hopefully, why it's taken me so long to shoot a video. But in the meantime, for those of you who are interested, about a week ago I did a YouTube interview with Evan Schwartz from Stride, and you can get a little bit about my backstory and how I train as a master. I'll put the link to that in the show notes. So today we're going to talk about two things. First, we're going to talk about this new Casio watch. Well, new. And second, we're going to talk about the history of Casio, because you see here on Running Otaku, I like to go the extra mile, did a bit of research, and I think you'll find it pretty interesting. So how much did this watch cost me? Well, I was able to find it on eBay for £4.80, which is about $5.98. But the shipping actually cost basically £7 British. So the whole thing came out to $14, shipping more than the watch itself. Now, when I got the watch, it was in perfect condition, but it was missing one thing, the watch band. That's right, the watch was in great shape, but there was no band. So I had to go back on eBay, and I did find a watch band, which was $26.05 with shipping. So the full total for this watch was $40. So first, the watch, yes, it does keep track of the time and day and date. And it can store up to 60 lap splits. It also has a countdown timer that can auto repeat. So for example, if you wanted to do 1 minute on, 1 minute off, you could actually set the watch to do that, and it will beep each and every minute. So that's pretty cool. Now this watch has 6 alarms. I never understood why watches back then or even today have so many alarms. I can see maybe one alarm, like for when you wake up in the morning, but that's it, right? Anyways, it also has dual time. That's pretty cool. So if you're working with colleagues in a different time zone, you can keep track of your time and their time as well. So by far, the most important feature that this watch has, and still better than most watches today, is that in stopwatch mode, it has 2 fields. The first of which will keep track of your total time, like when you started the run, and the second field will keep track of your current lap split. Now this is really important. So for example, if you are running an 800 meter on the track, you start and go. When you come around 1 full lap, you hit the lap split and you'll see your time for that lap. And then as you run the second lap, you'll see your total time, and you'll also see the time you've been running on just the second lap. Now this is super helpful for keeping pace and time as you're running your track workouts. So here's how I use the watch. You see, I didn't just buy it as a gimmick. I like it for 2 instances. The first of which is easy runs. These are the days where I only want to get a certain amount of time in, like a 60-minute jog or, I don't know, 45 minutes, whatever it is. And I don't care about the pace. And in fact, I don't even want to look at the pace, because you know how it is. When you see the pace on your watch and it says something slower than what you think you should be running, you automatically start picking up the pace and your easy run becomes a tempo run. So not with this watch. You just go purely by feel. Just run as easy as you want to be running and just keep track of the time. So it's great for that. The other area where this watch shines is for track workouts. So if we go back into the way back machine a little bit, Casio was founded in Tokyo, 1946, just after the end of World War II, right around the exact same time Sony was. They both rose from the ashes to become powerhouses in consumer technology. But just like Sony started with an electric rice cooker, if we look here, we see that Casio started with this ring pipe. Yes, the first product was a ring you could wear to smoke your cigarettes. Oh well. Moving right along here, we see in 1957, they created what was called the world's first compact electric calculator. And as you can see here, it's the size of a desk. It is a desk with a cash register like calculator on top. Pretty cool, right? 1972, the world's first personal calculator. That's right, a portable calculator that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits, and it could add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Look at that. 1974, Casio made the world's first electric watch with an auto calendar. That's right, it can figure out what the day and the month and the year is. Pretty cool. 1983, Casio launched the famous G-Shock series, as you can see here, the WD-5000C. And then, here's a big one. June 1999, Casio launched the world's first watch with built-in GPS. This ProTrack here, very cool. And in fact, if you compare it to Garmin's first GPS watch, the Forerunner 101, it launched 4 years before the Garmin did, and as you can see, much smaller. In fact, many people call that first Garmin watch the Twinkie watch because it was the size of a Twinkie. And in April 2020, Casio announced the first G-Shock with a heart rate monitor. Now, I'm not going to review that. It's not really for runners. I think DC Rainmaker is, though. So if you're interested, follow him, and he'll probably have a review of that. So that's just about going to do it for today. And look, the sun is almost coming out here in Portland. How cool is that? Anyways, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you really liked what you saw, then go ahead, click subscribe. It's really important because my uploading of videos is very infrequent. And if you click subscribe, you won't miss the next time I upload a video, which I hope won't be another 4 months from now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.